like trying to do that at first. You know what I mean? Like, where I'm actually at, try and get people actually involved initially. And once we're there, you can build beyond that. But actually, just working on the network on a really, really small scale, then we can really great with people. As I say, I'm very new to a lot of this, and it's really great with people here. That's all part of it, I think.
I think we have to say that's something that Sector 13 are really bad at. And it's because to market now, you have to blow your own trumpet. And I think our product is really, really good. But we don't have anybody who's really good at going like bullshit. So if anybody's really good at bullshit and wants to join us, we'd be very pleased. We have to get in front of a certain market. And there's no, again, I'm coming back to Enniskillen. Enniskillen's where all the comics fans go once a year. We do at least 60% of our sales every year in Enniskillen. And if we were in England, we could go to a show like Enniskillen once a month. And it would be hugely different for us. Because we're in a wee enclave in Northern Ireland, and because travelling to a show in England puts additional costs on. So we need to find a way around that. And that's where working together we can perhaps find something to help there. But our core market is always going to be, I think,
if I could just jump in here, because sure we're going to have an event. It's very, very hard to get press attention. Very hard. Conventions now have been taken over to such a degree by the multimedia stuff that nowadays what is taken to be a comic convention, generally speaking, is very little comic content at all. It's a comic convention in name only. Back in 2022, when we were coming out of COVID, Gareth Ennis offered to come to Enniskillen. And at that time he was working with Batman. He had a new Punisher series in the pipeline. And of course this was the local boy who was Gareth was coming over from New York to do two. We wanted to do two launch events for his new graphic novel. And he decided that one of them would be in London and the other one would be in Enniskillen. So I thought this is going to be good for some column inches here, and started trying to contact reporters. And one of them phoned me up. We had a great chat, and I explained to her it wasn't on that. And there was a silence on the other end of the phone. And she said, "Has he written anything for Marvel?" And you see, that is really where what we're up against is Marvel. Now is see Marvel equals comics, or comics equals Marvel, because the movies have insinuated themselves so to such a degree that this is all that people think about now. I think it was Will Eisner who said at one point that just every time you think comics are going to start to be taken seriously, something happens to upset that. And to me, the success of the films has really been to the detriment of a lot of comics, simply because people now think comics are just the Avengers. They are nothing but superheroes. And that's what now the way we have moved. And if anybody has any clout with reporters, be it newspapers, be it television features, radio, anything like that, I think really we should start to share that. And let's try and put this alternate, proper view of comics out there. That there is, you wouldn't go into a bookshop and expect to see just kids' books or just westerns. You wouldn't go to the cinema and expect to see, just the latest Disney movie. They show all sorts, and in bookshops, all sorts. So why shouldn't comics be regarded as the same? Why are they pigeonholed to such a degree? And like I say, I think if we could try and get some sympathetic reporters in whatever media to do something, to put this forward, and not just on don't want to criticize, not just on Belfast level.
You know, absolutely.
Let's
Yeah,
make
yeah,
this,
no,
so let's make this countrywide,
Yes.
you know, and, spread the word of comics and what they can do. We get all ages at the Enniskillen Comics. The interest is there. It's just getting people to know where to go to get this material. And it's been a very, very hard fight for us to try to get any kind of vehicle coverage outside the Enniskillen.